Hello and welcome to Purity One's Tip Talk. I'm Natalie, your host, and today's Tip Talk will be 5 years and counting in celibacy. Yes, 5 years and counting. Now this is part 2. If you have not looked at part 1, you're more than welcome to go back and view part 1, which is the first half where I talk about my journey and the move and transition. Now here today, we're going to talk about that I still don't have a man. We're going to definitely talk about that and why. And then we're going to talk about my future goals. What's next for me? And will I continue to search? Or, will somebody just come along and find me? Now, all of that's coming up, and which will wrap up basically my 5-year journey. So I want you to stay tuned. But I do want to mention just really quick that I want to thank all of you for tuning into this video. Please remember, if you like any of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, getting right down to it, I won't hold you long. Now, I am going to start off with when I transitioned from Chicago here to Atlanta. When I first got here, I worked 3 jobs, and I did talk about in my last video how unhappy I was, and I found myself needing to make some changes, make some tweaks to my life, and those were very vital. The first thing I did was change my thinking, my mindset. I changed my career. I changed everything because I wanted to actually start anew. You have to implement some type of form of change in your life for you to move into change if you're talking about being celibate. And so that's what I did. And you can do that. You can start over anytime you get ready. You can actually go back to the beginning. You can do exactly what you want as far as starting over. And that's what I have done. There is nobody there to judge you if you start over. If they are judging, then they will need to take a look at themselves, and you are not responsible for them looking at themselves. So it's okay to start over, and which is what I did. I landed a job in 2012, and this job was okay at first, but then I started to realize that I wanted more as time moved on. By the time it was 2013, I began to put together some things that I could do, the companies that I thought that would help me out. What will you do? How will that affect you? Will you take initiative to do more? Will you do things that concerns building an empire, or conquering your career? What is it that you will do to catapult you into a different sector of life? What will you do? And then I started to look into networking and connecting with other people, getting myself out there, and I even decided to go back to schools. There's a lot of opportunities open for you when you choose celibacy. Guess what? There are no distractions. There's nothing there to distract you from doing exactly what you want to do. We're going to be handling topics that help you to get to another place in your life. Success, motivational. People need that in these days and times, and the things that are going on in life, it would help a whole lot. So I'm going to move on to, I still don't have a man. Yes, unfortunately, I am still alone. Now, not to mention, I'm really not getting out there. But I will go out. I will take time to meet other people and network. Now, I have had people tell me, oh, you just gonna be alone. But you know what? If nobody feels that I am worth their time, if nobody feels that I am worth dating, or however it may be. Now, my thing is that I had to realize my worth. I don't care who doesn't realize my worth. It's me. If I realize my worth first, then others will follow. Everything else will fall into place. And that seems to be an issue. You're not realizing your worth. Just some women in general, just not even realizing what you are worth. You have to realize that in order to get out of being walked on by men, or in order to get out of that, it's just a booty call. And then it becomes something more than a booty call on your end only. He's still thinking, oh, I thought this was just a booty call, but you took it to a whole nother level. That is something that I believe that happens pretty much all the time. And it does not work like that. Emotions connect. People's emotions connect with each other. And you get into this whole thing that you want a relationship because you like the companionship, which is the reason you need to get to know yourself. So once you get to know yourself, you can identify that you don't want that in your life. You will no longer feel that it's necessary to just have a booty call, to just have friends with benefits. And celibacy also helps you do that. So now that I do not have a companion, I do not have a friend, I've always been told, to let them find you, let them come to you. In my younger days, I went out searching, I went out looking, and actually it's no need for that. I am most definitely looking forward, not looking, because that's another mistake. You're out there looking and it's really no need to look. Let them find you. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm letting someone find me. Because when you go out looking for something that's not for you, you will get something that's not for you. When they come to you, you'll get a chance to evaluate them. Let them catch you. Be slow to get into the relationship. Monitor what they want. Exactly what are you looking for? Look at their goals, look at their future, what they plan on doing. If you can look into that, that will help. And that's something that I will most definitely be doing as I go along these next couple of years, and hopefully it will not take some more years, as it has been 5 years. I'm not that harsh and brash on people. It's just that I would like a better choice in my life. And that's what we should all want. If there's better choices out there, I would like to have a piece of it. I am going to continue to build. I am going to continue to motivate myself to get out there and do the best I can. I am going to continue my search and continue to search for myself, not a man, but I will be searching for myself. There's so much more to me that lives. There's a whole lot more to me that lives. And that's what this brings me to, the last but not least. Once you begin paying attention to who you are, and paying attention to your surroundings, you will begin to pay attention to how you look, your health. The men see what they want, but when you look inside yourself and be you, you can give them that, because you can look at your own flaws when you're alone and by yourself and see what needs to be tweaked. And that's the most easiest thing to do once you have a longevity inside celibacy. You can't do this over a month. You cannot do it over a week. And you definitely can't do it by going back and forth from sex to celibacy. That's not going to help you at all. Make sure you stay focused. Make sure you stay consistent in what you're doing. And if you are searching for yourself, continue your search. Continue to pay attention to who you are. It will help you in the long run. But I do want to mention just really quick, I do have other platforms that I am on, which is Twitter and Instagram. Instagram, Original Purity One, and then my Twitter is Pound Purity One. And also, please look for me on SoundCloud. I will have a podcast there called Double Dose. That is coming up in the near future, and I want you guys to go ahead and check that out. We'll be talking about some exciting information regarding relationships, celibacy, marriage, dating. We're going to talk about 2016 dating, old school dating. There is a lot we are going to talk about, and guests will most definitely appear on the podcast show. So look out for that as well. I want to thank all of you for tuning in to this video. Please remember, if you like any of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have peace for the week. Goodbye.